Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of Entre News, our ongoing series here at Nifty, the network for teaching entrepreneurship, celebrating all the bright stars in our entrepreneurship sky in the US and throughout the world. I'm Dr. JD LaRock, the president and CEO of Nifty, and I am thrilled to welcome with us today Abhinav Gorrepati, who is a finalist at our 2022 National Youth Entrepreneurship Challenge. Abhinav, great to have you with us.
Yeah, it's great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Congratulations on all of your success. And our talk today is really timely because we are entering our spring competition season. And I'm sure that a lot of the people who are watching this segment today preparing or competing in our competitions. And so you have a tale to tell about your big success in our region, in our Bay Area region, and in our national competition based on your business, CredX. And so tell us a little bit about your business, CredX.
Of course. So CredX is essentially a gamified financial literacy platform. So really the whole idea behind CredX is it's a platform that offers engaging and informative financial education on certain financial topics through sort of a way that's interactive and fun. And so really CredX teaches financial content through simple, straightforward, almost gamified activities, lessons, and videos. So we use interactive games and activities, engaging reels and quizzes, and tons of other things like rewards, so things like gift cards, stocks, etc., to really create a fun learning environment for our users and really just make learning about finance a fun experience, really. So a little bit, sort of a little background behind CredX. So financial literacy is something that is really important to almost everyone in today's society and world. Financial literacy is incredibly important, and being financially literate is a super useful skill, regardless of what you do or where you end up in life. But despite how important financial literacy is, the truth is almost 1 in every 5 students across America lacks even the most basic financial education. And almost 75% of all teens and young adults suffer from a lack of financial confidence. And so when I first found out about this and I started to put 2 and 2 together, I realized that as a society, we need to start sort of rethinking our approach towards educating today's younger generations on finance, and we need to start doing a better job of it. And that's really why I created CredX in the first place.
That's really fantastic. And I can validate the need that you saw. You know, all the time people ask me whether Nifty is itself a financial literacy program because they know that the need for financial education is so dire among young people throughout the country. Now, before we go on, just tell us, when you were a competitor, when you came up with this business, you were in what grade?
I was a freshman in high school.
In high school. And what's your school's name?
Silver Creek High School, San Jose,
Great.
California.
Fantastic. And your teacher is Mr. Butler, yes?
Yeah, Mr. Butler.
Yeah, Imani Butler, I have to say, viewers, is one of our veteran Nifty teachers and someone who consistently helps students get into the upper reaches of our competitions, as he did with Abhinav this past year. And so you did a great job at our West region regional competition last spring and then proceeded on to the national finals. What was it like competing against students from across the country when you came to our national competition in New York City last year?
Yeah, so just getting to compete in the Nifty Youth Entrepreneurship Challenge was an absolutely amazing experience. I mean, just getting to see tons of other youth entrepreneurs, see their unique perspectives, all the different problems in our world that they were trying to solve, and all of the unique solutions they came up with for addressing those problems. It was really eye-opening, honestly. I mean, I saw so many different ideas, so many different perspectives. It was a lot to take in. And I feel like I learned a ton throughout my sort of experience with the challenge, talking with youth entrepreneurs, talking with successful entrepreneurs, industry leaders, coaches, mentors. It was an amazing experience. I feel like it's difficult to fit all of it into a few sentences, but yeah, it definitely changed my life. I will say that.
That's really great to hear. And it's for us as folks who work at Nifty, the national competition as well as the regionals are really something to hold because, as you said, there are so many great students with so many great business ideas, some who have actually launched their businesses, that it's really hard to tell who is going to win the regional competition or the national competition. Every year I try to predict, and every year I'm always wrong because there are that many good business ideas. So it's great to hear that you were inspired by the learners that you met at the competition. Now, I'm curious, how has Nifty impacted your life and career goals? Have you always been somewhat interested in entrepreneurship, or did Nifty really turn you on to entrepreneurship?
Yeah, so I'd say entrepreneurship is one of those things I've kind of been interested in for a while, but it isn't something that I took seriously until I first, started to get interested into Nifty. I'd say, honestly, as far as my entrepreneurial journey goes, Nifty has been a huge part of it. I mean, everything from learning about the different EMI mindsets during class with Mr. Butler to, competing with other entrepreneurs in high stake challenges in San Francisco and New York, and even working with coaches and successful entrepreneurs. I mean, all of those different experiences together have taught me immensely about myself, the kind of person I am, and really where I want to end up in life. And so before Nifty, I didn't really consider entrepreneurship a almost, I guess, career path, I guess to say. I was interested in business and I was passionate about it, but it was Nifty that kind of taught me, what does it mean to be an entrepreneur? What are the implications of being an entrepreneur, and why is it important to be an entrepreneur, right? What is your impact going to be on the society? What problems are you going to choose to solve, and how are you going to choose to solve them, right? So I can say Nifty has been an instrumental part of sort of widening my perspective and really helping me understand what it actually means to be an entrepreneur.
That's really fantastic. And again, one of the things that I love about leading Nifty is helping young learners realize that their idea or their passion actually can turn into a business or a way to make a living. There are so many students we work with who don't realize that the thing that they're passionate about is actually something that could be monetized into a business, and that they can really fulfill themselves, often address a problem they care about in their family or their community or the world, and also have it be a legitimate enterprise. So it's great that you have found that passion. I have to say that I often tell my colleagues, and I'll tell our viewers here, that Nifty learners tend to pursue businesses in three broad categories, and your business, CredX, fits in so well in one of them. So the first, sort of traditional products and services, your food truck or like your fellow competitor Tom Spo, who had the warming glove. And then you have a whole set of people who are interested in social entrepreneurship, which I would say actually CredX falls into, because you're trying to solve and address a problem that is really an important need out there in the community. But CredX also falls into the third category, which is app and platform-based businesses. And so you straddle two of the three categories that our learners address quite well. Before I go into our last question, I'm curious, have you continued to work the business since the time we saw each other on the fall? Where does CredX stands these days?
Yeah, so CredX has been it is a huge passion of mine, and I definitely had plans to continue it after Nifty. So I have been sort of working behind the scenes, planning out CredX's future, whether it's getting things ready for app development, app design, things like that, content production. And so I am currently working on developing CredX as an app, and I would love to, actually launch CredX, turn into a real thing, and allow people to use it, sometime this year. And so that's really my goal, and I'm really looking forward to it.
That's fantastic. Good goal for this year. So around this time last year, of course, you were winning the Bay Area Youth Entrepreneurship Challenge. And again, viewers, just to set the stage for you, Abhinav and his fellow competitors were giving their pitches in front of a packed room full of teachers and entrepreneurs and mentors and business people at the NASDAQ facility in downtown San Francisco. It was stiff competition. There were many, many good competitors. So again, it wasn't a foregone conclusion who was going to win, but you did a fantastic job. Your presentation was so smooth. The idea was so good. So what advice do you have to for this year's student competitors?
It's a great question. I mean, as far as advice goes, I'd say my biggest piece of advice would be to really trust yourself, trust the work you've been doing, and really trust the process, honestly. I think confidence and sort of self-confidence was something that I actually did struggle with quite a bit for a while. And I honestly think really to most entrepreneurs, right? Whether you're out there pitching your idea to people, you're competing in a challenge, honestly, remember all of the work that you've put into this challenge, all of the, the hours you've spent, the blood, sweat, and tears, really all of the effort that you've put in, and really remember why you're doing what you're doing, right? What's your drive? What's your passion? And really trust yourself, right? Have confidence in yourself, in your abilities, and you'll take it away. And so really, I think self-confidence is the biggest thing. That combined with, just remembering what's your passion, right? Why are you doing what you're doing? As long as you're passionate about something, you can definitely achieve it. There really is nothing you can't achieve. So that's the biggest piece of advice I'd give.
I think that's really great advice, because one thing I remember clearly from your pitch was the authenticity and the passion with which you delivered it. You presented as though you really believed in the idea, which I know you do, and your hard work, both in the development of the app itself, but also your hard work in refining your pitch, which again, I recall as being like super smooth and flawless, reflected all the time and effort that you put into it. I'll add just one more thing, which is that all of our students, of course, stand on the shoulders of their fantastic educators who also power their success. And so I'll take this opportunity to thank and recognize Imani Butler once again for being just a fantastic asset to Nifty, both for you, Abhinav, and over the years for so many of our students. And I'm sure again this year. So with that, let me say congratulations and thank you again to Abhinav Gorrepati, a finalist in our 2022 National Youth Entrepreneurship Challenge. Abhinav, you are a great inspiration for this year's competitors. We wish you great good luck with your continued school career and as you continue to develop CredX. And thanks for spending some time with us tonight.
Yeah, of course. I mean, good luck to all the youth entrepreneurs out there. Keep pushing. Thank you so much for having me.
And viewers, thank you for joining us to view yet another episode of Entre News. We will continue to pepper you with lots of great stories from the Nifty entrepreneurship community, both in the US and throughout the world. But for now, take care. Thank you so much.